Hey there, everybody. I'm Erin Newman, and before I delve into any more about who I am and the work that I do, I want to go right into what is tapping and tell you a little bit about how you can use it in your business and in your life to get more success and have more joy. So tapping, or EFT, is the emotional freedom technique. And it's a tool that you can use on your own at any time. There's no side effects. And you can use it for both emotional pain as well as physical pain. So like when something's actually hurting you, you can use this tool. And I'm not going to delve into all the research right now. There's a ton of it out there talking about treating depression and anxiety and even PTSD with tapping. The VA hospitals are actually using it to help soldiers who are coming back with PTSD because it's so safe and so non-invasive and just really freaking awesome. Okay, so that's great news for all of us, right? Because we want to use it in our lives and in order to be more successful in our businesses, right? So what is it? Tapping is a way for you to process through your doubts and your fears and your blocks and your belief by tapping into these energy meridians in your body. Now, the East has known about these energy meridians for a long time, but we in the West are just starting to learn about them and just starting to be able to see them. And so we are using that process of a somatic disruption to where your thoughts are being stored in your body in order to release them. So we're actually going to be tapping on acupressure points, and I'll show you what all of those look like in just a second. Tapping on acupressure points as we talk through what our most pressing problem is. So whatever's coming up the most for you, the strongest, that's what we want to tap on. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second, but first I want to tell you why I think tapping is so effective. So the first piece for me is that it allows you to acknowledge what's really true for you, what's really going on for you. Because so often we push down our limiting beliefs and our fears and our doubts. We think we shouldn't have those thoughts at all, right? But the truth is, if your subconscious mind doesn't believe that you actually deserve something, doesn't believe that you can actually achieve something, then it's going to throw up all sorts of self-sabotaging behaviors, all sorts of patterns that push you away from your goals, push you away from the success that you actually deserve, because your subconscious mind always wins, right? So if you're going around telling yourself lots of affirmations like, I'm a six-figure earner, but your subconscious mind doesn't believe that, then tapping is a place where we can help by acknowledging what's truly going on for you. And that's a powerful piece of it. The second piece is because it actually allows those fears to then be released. We're getting into the root memories, we're getting into the root fears, the root beliefs of everything that's appearing in your life right now. And you don't have to go looking for those things. They will just naturally arise as you do this work. So we're literally tapping into our stored traumas, wherever those are stored in your body, and allowing them to be released. So if it was when somebody laughed at you in the 3rd grade, or when your mom got angry at you in the 5th grade, we are literally allowing those to be released as we do this tapping. You know, and all of those things can add up to your reasons why you're not able to take actions, or not able to take as many actions as you would like in your business. So if you're like, I'm struggling with my newsletter, I'm struggling with my Facebook post, I'm struggling with doing a Facebook Live, tapping can help, because you're going to get into what are the real reasons behind why I haven't been able to accomplish those things, why I'm not able to do those on a daily basis. Okay, so this introduction is meant to give you the overview of what a tapping round looks like. Because really, I believe that it's not the strategies or a lack of strategies that are holding you back. It's your mindset. And so when we shift that mindset, you really can come to an amazing place in your business where true magic can happen. Okay, so before we start tapping, and if you were doing this on your own, which you are, you want to take the thing that's most bothering you. So name that thing. Maybe it's, I got in a fight with my husband. Maybe it's, I wish I was more successful in my business. Whatever that thing is that's coming up the most for you, I want to give it a number on the scale of 1 to 10. Give it an intensity level. So how intense is it for you right now? Is it a 2, lower end, or is it a 10? Let's try to work on the things that are the higher level first and really get to a place where they feel better before we start going into those deeper limiting beliefs and blocks there too. Okay, so here's how we start, guys. Once we've named that thing, whatever your most pressing issue is right now, once we've named that thing, we start with what's called the setup statement. And all you're doing is tapping on the fleshy part of your hand. Right here. You can do it either side, and as I go through this, you can do this either side of your body, both hands, either side, doesn't matter. I'm right-handed, so this is how I do it. I tap with my right hand. So I'm tapping on this fleshy part right here, and I say my setup statement. So even though I'm really sad that I got in a fight with my husband this morning, I love and accept myself anyway. We actually didn't get in a fight. I'm just using that as an example, but it does happen. Okay, so even though I'm angry with my husband, I completely love and accept myself. So the setup statement is the only one that contains that even though piece. Even though whatever's most true for you is right now happening, I love and accept myself anyway. And there's no magic to the number of taps, maybe somewhere between 5 and 7. Obviously, I'm doing it a lot longer for example purposes, but once you say your setup statement and it feels really right and true for you, and if you don't feel like you can say that you love yourself in this moment, then you could say something like, I accept that this is how I feel. This is okay for me, right? We're just accepting. That's all we're doing with the setup statement, okay? And this is the only piece that's a little bit complicated out of all of tapping. So once you get this piece down, you're golden. Okay, even though whatever's most true for me is happening, I'm okay with it. All right, now we go into the tapping round. We start at the top of the head, it's sort of like right in your part. If you part it in the middle like I do, you're tapping right there, and then you just keep going into the issue that's coming up. He yelled at me. That really upset me. You can use one statement, you can use two statements, you can use multiple statements. Don't overcomplicate this. You want to just be able to tap and talk, going through the rounds where I'm tapping in my body, on my body. Those are the acupressure points that you want to be hitting. And so we kind of do sort of a generalized tap. Obviously I'm using all of my fingers so you can make sure you hit the point. Exactly. Okay? The next point is the inside of the eyebrow. And you're just tapping and talking. He really hurt my feelings. I don't want to be around him right now. Outside of the eye is the next point, and you'll say, this really upset me. I don't feel good about it. This reminds me of the time when X. Maybe this reminds me of the time when my parents yelled at me. Maybe it doesn't remind me of anything. I'm just angry. I'm really, really angry. And you'll notice if you say something that's really true, there might be tears, right? That's how you know you're getting to the really, really juicy stuff. And just allow that to come and just keep tapping and talking as you work through those tears. It's totally okay. He really angers me, but I still want to be loyal to him. Okay, then we go through another round, skipping the setup statement. We're going through 2 rounds. He makes me really mad. So top of the head, I don't want to be around him. Inside of the eyebrow. I'm not going to be here anymore. Outside of the eye. Then we do underneath the eye again. I don't like myself right now. Maybe we're getting into some deeper stuff here, right? Underneath the nose. And I've got a document that shows all of these too, guys. So if it's hard to follow in the video, you can definitely hit me up and get the document too for this. Okay, so underneath the nose, still just working into whatever's true for you. And then underneath the lips. And now back to the chest. And then underneath our arm is our last point. And again, we're talking through whatever is most true for you. So then inside of the wrist is our last point. And then we take a breath and a break. And that's what 2 rounds of tapping looks like. And again, you can substitute your own words for whatever I've just added in there and just simply go through rounds. So I'm Erin Newman. I'm a mindset and business coach, and I help women entrepreneurs move their blocks, fears, and doubts in order to claim their magic in the world and truly make the money they deserve to be making. If you guys have any questions about tapping, I'm super excited to hear them, hear your comments and thoughts. And like I said, this is such an amazing tool that I use with all of my clients to really help them move to the next level, and whether that's in their pricing or their programs or their marketing messages or the actions that they need to take every single day. This is a really powerful way to do that. Thank you, everybody, and happy tapping.